Hey there, you guys. It's me, Aaliyah Devine Taylor, and this is my YouTube channel. All right, what is today's date? It is Saturday, June 13th, 2026. It is 11:36 a.m. I'm about to do the you versus them for the sign of Taurus. So this could be for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. But keep in mind, this reading is a timeless reading. So this could be past, present, or near future. And the energies, as always, are interchangeable. So take the roles and flip flop around as need be. Because you guys can know your situation way better than I will. Okay. So for you guys who's never had a you versus them, what it is Taurus, I'm gonna have your energy over here. I'm gonna have your person's over here. Okay? And I'm gonna see what the mutual energy is in between for the both of y'all and give out just a little bit of advice. Okay. Now for the sake of storytelling, I'm gonna say this is your side, Taurus, and then this is your person's. But really, whichever side you resonate more with, that is your side. And then whichever one you clearly don't resonate with, that's gonna be your person's. So keep that in mind. All right, now let's get this started. Let's see. What do we got for Taurus? What do we got for Taurus? Taurus. Okay. Five of Wands, Page of Cups, and the Ace of Swords. Okay. What a World card. All right, what else for Taurus? The Empress. All right, what do we got for Taurus? Taurus. What do we got for Taurus? We just need one singular card for Taurus. Please, angels, ancestors, spirits, and guides. Just one single card. The Hierophant. And what's the overall energy for Taurus? Two of Swords. All right. That's some sort of fork in the road trying to make a decision here. That is beautiful. 10 of Wands is the underlying energy. So you guys could be feeling like you've been carrying some sort of heavy burdens around here for a while. But the best thing about this energy so far, that based off what I'm seeing, is the first three cards out here is actually really good. Because like I said, if your underlying energy was the 10 of Wands, which is about, usually you guys feeling like overly worked or carrying a lot of heavy burdens. So with the Five of Wands, it became because of some sort of like conflict that you guys were dealing with. And I see with the Page of Cups and the Ace of Swords, it's talking about like you guys pretty much whatever the problem is. I feel like you guys are gonna have like a major breakthrough in this thing. So I feel like it won't really be an issue for much longer if you guys like are currently going through this or you guys are possibly already went through this. It's like pretty much telling you that whatever the drama, the conflict is in the situation, it's being handled. Or a lot of you guys have already found like I don't know a creative way to like deal with this. What's the Five of Wands? What was the conflict for Taurus here? What was this conflict? What was the conflict? What was the conflict for Taurus? What is this Five of Wands? Was it inner or external? What was this conflict for Taurus? Was it internal or was it external? Page of Swords. Okay, you could have been dealing with people who were possibly trying to compete with you, spy on you, watch you. Okay, what else? What else with the Five of Wands? What was this conflict for Taurus? The Moon card, Seven of Wands. Okay, so the conflict was pretty much there were people possibly around you here, as well as maybe little things about yourself that you were trying to uncover. Like I said, with the Page of Swords being here, it's saying again, you might have had a lot of people watching you, or gossiping about you, pretty much keeping a close eye on you. What followed by is the Moon card with the Seven of Wands. It's because like for a lot of you guys, I feel like whatever this conflict or whoever this was watching or whatever, the Moon card, they were pretty much just I feel like trying to check up on you because they view you as someone who's a bit secretive, you private and keeps to yourself, probably for good measures too. And again, I feel like a lot of you guys are going to be listening to your heart about this situation. Hold on. Seven of Wands. Yeah, a lot of you guys could be protecting yourself from whoever these people are. Like some of you guys, I said, there could be like a multitude of people who, like I said, could be just like, is watching you and don't have like the best motives. Like also, for some of y'all, it's like y'all just had some sort of inner, I feel like, conflict as well. Some of you guys, it's y'all needed to have certain boundaries around certain people, but another group of you guys, it's like if like there could have been certain like internal issues that you had going on that was kind of like affecting you subconsciously. That maybe a lot of you guys could have been working through during this time. Yeah. Well, what's this Page of Cups for Taurus? Now, Page of Cups is like a very youthful, playful like energy. So, like I said, maybe those, like some of the advice was to like in this case, like have fun or enjoy yourself, or maybe if like maybe you have kids, maybe like hang around your kids or something like that. But yeah, I feel like the main thing was pretty much like do what I feel like is you're being called here to do. Yeah, because the more you guys are in this playful like energy with the Ten of Swords being here. In the reverse, it's like I feel like that's the thing that's helping you really move forward, whatever this conflict or the drama is, when you're not like just focused on it. Excuse me. Yeah, with the Three of Cups with the Seven of Swords. Yeah, like I said, it's like for a lot of you guys, this is the thing that's gonna help you like pull through. Three of Cups talks about like celebrating or enjoying yourself or hanging out or like really relaxing here. Yeah, doing things that's fun. Seven of Swords, and I feel like maybe a lot of you guys have been a bit more like Seven of Swords usually speaks of being strategic, or I feel like for you guys, it's just being more like I feel like intentional about like what you're like doing. I feel like that's the thing. You're being more intentional about who you have around you, or there's certain like hobbies or things that you're doing now. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing here. A lot of you guys are being a bit more intentional, and I feel like that's really the best way to be moving at this time. Because again, it's like if your body's trying to tell you like maybe you don't feel comfortable, with these people, or maybe you just like are feeling like more like you're willing to I don't know try new things. I feel like that's the like if that's what you're being called to do, well then go ahead and just do it. Yeah, because the Ace of Swords is clarified by the World card. Yeah, again, there's gonna be some sort of like major breakthrough here, for you guys. Where like I said, it's like whatever the problems are in the past, I just see it like coming to an end. Yeah, the World card with the Ace of Wands here as well. Yeah, so double aces. A lot of you guys, again, it's just about starting. The World card talks about closing one chapter and starting another. Ace One talks about having a brand new passionate start. Like I said, for a lot of you guys, there could be something new that you're being called to do, and whatever this thing is, it comes because it's like again, you guys are like listening to your heart, your feelings, you're doing what you're being called to do, being a bit more intentional about like who you hang around, and it's like possibly you're walking away from things that just doesn't serve you, and you're healing for sure. So it's like since you're I feel like changing maybe like the way you handle situations, or maybe like who you hang around. It's like it's creating like this a lot of space for you to pretty much like have this new beginning. Yeah, a lot of you guys are going through major changes right now, and it's definitely for the better. So in the world, oh right, I didn't show you the bottom cards. We have the World card, the Empress, and the Hierophant. So two of these are your energy here, Taurus. The Empress and the Hierophant is both Taurus energy. But yeah, a lot of us are stepping into this time in your life where it's like there is a lot of abundance that's going to be coming toward you guys, because the Empress is someone who like doesn't chase or want for anything; they just simply attract it. Yeah, for a lot of you guys, that's kind of like the energy that maybe you're stepping into, where a lot of you guys, like I said, if you've been like overworked with Ten of Wands before, it's like a lot of you guys in a space where it's like now like I feel like you're giving yourself the time to just sit down or relax, or just to simply just, I feel like, not overwork yourself. Yeah. Um, Clarify the world card. Oh, also in the Hierophant. Yeah, a lot of you guys, I said, are just being divinely guided. Because I said, a lot of you guys have a very strong, like, either intuitive, I said, a lot of getting a lot of intuitive nudges, a lot of visions, a lot of like signs, symbols, and synchronicities that are guiding you. And I think a lot of you guys do listen to it. Yeah. What else though? Yeah, a lot of people could be seeing you as like a leader though, a teacher or a mentor. And if you are some sort of like love connection of some sort, I feel like I see it going to like a higher level of commitment here as well. Yeah, it's world card here is covered by the Ten of Wands, Knight of Wands, Seven of Chalices. So the chapter that's closing out, as I said, the Ten of Wands, or yeah, the Ten of Wands here, where a lot of you guys are possibly being like feeling closed off or blocked off or at a standstill. That's what's coming to an end here for you guys. And I see the Knight of Wands and the Seven of Cups. This is like pretty much telling you like you have that permission, or you're pretty much like being called to, Knight of Wands with the Seven of Cups. Go after what you want, because not once is like a very passionate, fun energy. And again, if it's something that you've just been really desiring to do during this time, it's pretty much telling you like if you can dream it, like if you're getting a lot of visions or signs about it, just go ahead and start doing it. This is the time where you really just need, I feel like, just like try everything. Yeah, whatever comes to your heart, whatever comes. I think I just dropped an entire deck. Hold on one sec. Yeah, but whatever pretty much crosses your mind that you've been wanting to do, it's the time where you just go ahead and do it. Yeah, a lot of you guys intuitively know what you need to be doing. It's just again confirmation just to go ahead and start living it. Because I said, wherever I say, you guys, I say, y'all step into this Empress like energy, and it's clarified by the Ace of Swords. A lot of you guys are gonna be getting a lot of major breakthroughs during this time, or maybe a lot of realizations about maybe like about yourself. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune. There's a lot of good fortune surrounding you during this time if you guys are, like I said, able to like really like harness this energy. Because like again, like there is a lot of positive energy around you, but it's about again like actually like doing something with it, and not just like in the past maybe like overthink or constantly like be doing things for others. It's kind of like the energy where there's a lot of things that could happen for you. That's what the Seven of Cups talks about. There is a lot of things that you could do, but the real like Ace of Swords is about like really like I feel like just doing something. Like you're gonna have like a clear vision on what to do, so it's really just about doing it. Like go ahead. And then we have the Hierophant card. Anything for the Hierophant? Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords for the Hierophant. One more card before I say anything. Let's see. Anything else for the Hierophant? Hierophant for Taurus. Okay, there we go. Ouch. Eight of Chalices, Seven of Pentacles. Yeah. So again, with Hierophant, with the Knight of Swords, and the Eight of Chalices, and then the Seven of Pentacles. Again, if something just doesn't feel right for you guys, like it could be something like just as simple as maybe there was something that you really really wanted to do at one point in time, but it's like maybe it just hasn't been working after an X amount of time. Now is the time where if you feel like reinventing yourself or starting all over, this is a good time to just go ahead and just do it. Like, don't be afraid to, I feel like have a, maybe just, start from scratch again. So that's a lot of thing like, someone's probably like a lot of people are worried about. It's like, say like, if you just got through like building something. I heard this from another actual reader who said like, like, don't be afraid, like say like you build a castle. And then it's like, after building this castle, it's like you have to leave it. And you're like, but I just built it. It's like, yes, don't be afraid to like pretty much like walk away or leave the castle because like you're afraid it's gonna like fall apart when you're not there. It's like you guys built the castle to last, but it's a time for you possibly just to go out and like expand again, like just go create another one, like like there's something to worry about is the main thing. Don't be so afraid of like, oh well, I just built it, it might fall down, or oh like I'm not so sure what's out there, or what if da, da, da. It's like just go ahead and just do it. Don't be afraid to start over. It's just something that you feel like you're just being called to do. Like It really is that simple. Like I feel like during this time, it's like maybe for a lot of people, just in general, like collectively, we've all made a lot of signs about what we need to be doing over like the past year. So like we're halfway through the year right now, and it's like it's becoming more and more clear what everyone should be doing. So now it's getting to a point where it's like either you're gonna do the thing or you're not gonna do the thing. Like that's where it's really like I feel like the energy is just collectively for everyone. And I feel like it's kind of the same thing. Like I said, you're over to a swords. You're at a crossroads. Yeah, I feel like if you do like feeling like you're a bit uncertain, the main advice is again like what you need to do, and it's just more so just about going ahead and doing it. You know. Let's see. Yeah, a lot of guys will get clarity, but this is now towards this person. What is going on for this person? Six of Cups, Eight of Cups. Hold on one sec. This is for towards this person. What do we got for towards this person? Ooh, what the heck? This is for Taurus's person. The Magician and the Strength card. Okay. Let me move this over just a little bit. Okay. This is for Taurus's person. What do we got for Taurus's person? Too many cards, but I did see the Ace of Swords, Four of Pentacles, and the Ten of Swords. Okay. Eight of Pentacles, okay. Alright, and then what else for Taurus's person? What else for Taurus's person? What else for Taurus's person? It's too many cards. I just see one single card for Taurus's person. Six of Wands here. Alright. And what's the overall energy for Taurus's person? Nine of Wands. Okay. So your person here could be a bit guarded because they definitely just been through a lot in their past is the thing. So yeah, someone could be feeling a bit guarded here. Because Nine of Wands speaks out being the wounded warrior. So it's like it's like you've been through a lot of stuff. You've seen a lot of things. So it's like you're not really in the best like headspace to like I feel like manifest love. If that makes sense, because it's like after you do like a very like intense or breakup or several breakups, it's like it kind of like makes you a bit defensive towards love. I feel like that's what this energy is for this person with the overall energy being the Nine of Wands. Mm-hmm. But the underlying energy is the Queen of Wands, though. Even though maybe said they may be a bit defensive, this is someone who's very attractive, very beautiful, hardworking here. Yeah. Also, I see the Four of Wands lining to poke out. The person is still ultimately like still focused on like getting that wish fulfillment. Four of Wands speaks about again like happy times, like reason to celebrate, stability, a lot of positive things. Like someone's really wanting this, possibly a marriage or a happy home. So that's this person's like underlying energy is the Queen of Wands. Like they're really ambitious, but they're also with the Four of Wands ambitious about like making like I feel like the life that they want. Now we have the Six of Cups, Eight of Cups, and the Magician. So as I said, this person I feel like could be dealing with stuff in the past, with the Six of Cups being present, followed by the Eight of Cups and the Magician. And it talks about like whatever it is that they're wanting to manifest here with the Magician card here, Gemini Virgo energy. With the Eight of Cups here in the middle, it's like it refers to when to possibly walk away from something from the past here. Again, it doesn't have to be like an actual physical person. It just maybe like possibly like leaving an old mindset behind, or actually like maybe like emotionally or mentally like letting go of what happened in the past. So again, it's like with the Nine of Wands, it's like if you been like heartbreaking before, it's like you might like still compare like people from your past to like the current person or something like that. Or maybe you might still have like hold subconscious fears like deep in your psyche about what's going to go wrong, always planning for the worst. And that's kind of like maybe the thing someone has to like leave behind. I said, yeah, I'm going to click variations right here, like right now. Yeah, in order to actually go towards this, it's saying that they have to first like leave something behind. Yeah, the Six of Cups. I think they keep dreaming about. So I said Six of Cups, Ten of Swords. It's the Ten of Pentacles, Four of Swords, and then the Sun card. So this is what like Six Cups is about. Someone is actually still dreaming about. The Sun card talks about like a lot of happiness, a lot of like maybe truth or clarity, but also like a lot of joy surrounding someone with for this Ten of Pentacles, possibly in regards to like a marriage or a house, or maybe like I said again, it could be like someone's home or family life. Yeah, someone could be I feel like really dreaming or trying to I feel like look back into this Four Swords to a time when things were like really happy. I feel that's almost like the motivation for someone. They dream or imagine, like I said, this life. Six Cups talks about, again, like reminiscing, looking back, doing with the past. Yeah, someone could be like reflecting on a time when maybe they were happy with a certain person. Or with the Four Swords here as well, it brought them a lot of peace. Either that's what someone could be like thinking back on, or that's what someone is dreaming about. Okay, so that's like their motivation. But why is the Eight of Cups here then? Seven of Chalices. Someone needs to walk away from something. Hold on one sec. Yeah, in order for their manifestations to come through, like they said, they're wanting, like I said, the Ten of Pentacles, this long-term investment, like I said, possibly a happy home or a great marriage and stuff like that. This was someone who may have to walk away from the Seven of Chalices with the Three of Pentacles and the Two of Swords. Yeah, it's some sort of indecisive energy. Someone has to like pretty much make up their mind, like stop second guessing themselves. Yeah, Two of Swords being here. Someone has to leave behind. I feel like almost like again, like like when you've been hurt so much more, it's like you don't like fully invest in a certain thing because you're so afraid that if you fully invest into something, whether it be a relationship or maybe people, it's like you're afraid that like if you invest yourself like all into it and it doesn't work out, it's like you're it's pretty much like, how can I say this? Because I feel like I got it on the tip of my tongue. Someone's so afraid that it won't work out, or they don't fully invest themselves into like one thing. Instead, they invest like a little bit here, 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 a little bit here. So it's like you got a plan A, a plan B, a plan C, a plan D, a plan E. It's like you're always like like I feel like waiting for the other shoe to drop. Yeah, that's who you could be dealing with. That's like again, someone who's just been roughed up so bad. So it's like they kind of like a little bit of a messed up way of viewing love, or maybe like experiencing love. But again, it's like someone has to, I feel like, leave that behind. I'm not saying what they happened to them didn't like it wasn't a factor, or it's not a part of the story. I'm not saying that, but just like you got to get back to again like this time, like I said, with the Sun card and then the Four Swords, when you truly were happy. It's like pretty much like maybe a call for you to get back to this energy where maybe you were happy and you weren't feeling like like you have to constantly like like with the Nine of Wands, like look over your shoulder, or protect yourself constantly, or be overly independent or stuff like that. Yeah, it's someone who has to pretty much leave that energy behind. That's something that they picked up from the past as a means to protect themselves. But again, someone I feel like needs to, I feel like just go all the way in a certain situation. Let's see, the Magician, Ten of Swords came right out. Yeah, this thing comes in after someone has a painful ending. Hold on, Four of Chalices. Oh, Princess of Chalices. This is like the Page of Cups. One more card before I say anything. Two of Chalices. Okay, so yeah. This person, I feel like, could have just got out of some sort of painful situation. Ace of Swords wanted to jump out. Someone could have just got out of a painful situation or a painful ending with the Ten of Swords. And they are this like currently they're in the energy of like being the Four of Cups, where they're bored or they're discontent, or again, like I said, they're dreaming or daydreaming about like the Page of Cups with the Two of Cups, possibly reuniting with you, like their hearts pretty much dreaming about being with you. It's like it's the woman in the car, like so she's looking up to the sky and thinking about a certain someone. Yeah, someone could be manifesting someone possibly with their words of affirmations, or maybe just by thinking about them a lot or dreaming about them. Yeah, but it's like I feel like this is the thing again with the Ace of Swords that brings a lot of clarity or brings some sort of like major change or breakthrough. The Moon card here, with the Eight of Chalices. Yeah, yeah, but the ending comes a brand new beginning. A lot of you guys, it's gonna I feel like make me maybe have you guys over here where you start moving towards whatever your heart's desire is. Eight of not the eight, the Strength card. It is the number eight, but it's not the eight of like wands or swords. It's just literally strength. So what's the Strength card here for? Oh, then show you how this. Towards the person, we got the Six of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, and the Strength. Yeah, I see like whoever your person is here, Taurus. It's saying that they're in the Strength card energy where they're pretty much like in this energy, or maybe they're like silencing their inner critic. You know, possibly I feel like being brave enough to with the Eight of Pentacles fully like go in to get some sort of victory. Yeah, I feel like someone's working hard to get this positive outcome. That's what the Six of Wands is. It talks about usually overcoming something. I thought that's what someone's wanting to do. They're working towards this. Strength card. What's the Strength card? Yeah, someone's summoning up a lot of like courage. Yeah, with the Queen of Pentacles here. What else? Seven of Wands. To possibly, I feel like. Hold on, with the Queen of Pentacles. Someone's who I feel like working really hard so that they can pretty much like get past this heartbreak. It's not the sense where it's like they're ignoring their pain, but Three of Swords, it's like a kind of like it's showing you like I told you before, you're getting triggered or when something hurts. It's like that's kind of like the clear indication of what you need to like I feel like start doing. I feel like that's what someone is doing here. They're actually with Seven of Wands, with the Six of Wands. Yeah, someone's working really hard. Or sorry, someone's like trying to like get someone up the courage to get past whatever this pain is from the past. As I could have been surrounding a certain person in particular, but I see someone trying their very best to get through this. What's the Eight of Pentacles? It said someone's working hard. Eight of Pentacles cover the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, they're working really hard right now, possibly getting their money in order, or been working really hard on themselves here. Yeah, we have the Eight of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, the King of Pentacles, but it wanted to come up in reverse. I'm gonna flip it up right. Yeah, whoever this masculine energy is, I feel like they could be the ones who's working really hard. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles, like really trying to focus on their investments. Ace of Pentacles to possibly maybe give someone a brand new start. Ace of Pentacles. So I see a divine counterpart here. Yeah, someone first had to work on themselves before they could come to this connection. That was a problem. Someone needed to rest and I feel like get themselves together. Possibly leave like old things behind. It could be old beliefs, old habits, certain people. But that's what had to happen first. Yeah, and then I said once this Ace of Wands, once the Six of Wands is here, that's when someone gets this Ace of Wands, a brand new start, and whatever it is, it's going to make them feel really good about themselves. Yeah. King of Chalices. Yeah, it's like this person, this masculine energy is like they're going to be the one who pretty much is start to I feel like themselves again. Again, like before they were hurt or before like they couldn't trust people or were in that like energy that they were in prior. Yeah, this is someone who now I feel like has some sort of major like unexpected change here. Tower card here talks about like something happening unexpectedly. I feel like it's a good tower again because it's like this is like finally like some good news comes in. Yeah, it has someone with the Ace of Judgment, Ace of Chalices, and the High Priestess. Yeah, this is like someone I feel like getting a major victory. Six of Wands, Ace of Wands. Yeah, Judgment. They're being called to pretty much make up their mind, make some sort of decision here. to do something about this. Ace of Chalices, again, a lot of new here with the Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, Ace of Chalices. This person has all the aces on their side. High Priestess. Yeah, so for a lot of you guys, whoever this master energy is, it's like they could just be feeling like a whole new person now, or like I said, they're just going through a lot of changes during this time. Yeah, but they're feeling like, I like with the King of Chalices and the High Priestess card being here, it's someone who is like very intuitive. Like, the King of Chalices is like someone who like really leads with their heart, even though they may not always express like, what they're feeling. They're definitely someone who goes after, like, say, their dreams, their ambitions, whatever it is that they're feeling here. Yeah. That's someone who's, I feel like, just wanting to finally start like initiating whatever it is, because it's like they feel like, like they're fully capable with the Magician above this card. It's someone who knows what they need to do. And I feel like it's like, yeah, they're just feeling like they just need to do this. Yeah, 10 of Wands with the 9 Chalices. It's been a lot of work to get this wish fulfillment. Yeah, to make the manifestations happen. For a lot of you guys, yeah, this person has been working themselves so they can come towards you. Yeah, that's kind of like the energy here. Someone's been working really hard to get their money in order, to be emotionally available, to maybe get things, I feel like, situated. Yeah, because they want a victory with you, Taurus. So what's the mutual energy in between for Taurus and their person? Yeah, both of you guys are definitely healing, though. And you're both getting a brand new start. Because you're both walking away from something that no longer serves you to get towards your actual desires. You guys are both getting into alignment during this time. So, first card, that's the Five of Cups. So the mutual energy in between is maybe there has been some sort of heartbreak or something that maybe you both had to, like, once again, get past from your past. Five of Cups is like, again, someone who's like sad and looking back at what they've lost. A lot of you guys, maybe that's what you both had to work on. High Priestess card. Yeah, and again, start really focusing on with the High Priestess card. It's like, again, this is someone who's possibly a bit private, but also is like someone who like knows a lot of things, like who's very intuitive. So the High Priestess card also talks about like, like the sky is a limit. Like you have so many possibilities if you like simply just like in the in the Five of Cups, if you just like literally turn around, it's like you guys will realize like there's two like really good cups standing right there. Yeah, it's like a lot of you guys have to pretty much like again change your perspective. Is what I feel like the mutual energy is for like the both of you. Yeah, both of you need to change your perspective and realize like it's like stop focusing on what you lost, because like it's going to be replaced with something much better. I feel like that's what you guys are both pretty much figuring out during this time. Yeah, whatever you're losing or leaving behind, trust me, it's going to be replaced with something so much better. You both could be learning that. Yeah, Queen of Swords with Seven of Swords. Again, also, you both know what you need to know. So again, it's like just stop like second guessing yourself. And if you're called to be maybe a bit strategic and not let everyone know like what you got going on or stuff like that, then by all means do that. But also, again, like don't let people sit in your face. And like for some of you guys, again, if there has been conflict like outside of you, like other people who's been like shady and untrustworthy, and it. It's like again, well, then kind of just keep them like at arm's length, like keep your boundaries up with that person. If there have been like, outer third party interferences, like, I don't know, friends, family, or something else. Yeah. Seven of Chalices talks about, again, like, you guys have a lot of like options, or, you guys can really like manifest a lot here. So like, don't be afraid to like, I feel like dream to go after, whatever it is that you guys have been like thinking of. Let's see. What else? Ooh, too many cards. Way too many cards. Tower. Queen of Cups, Three of Cups, Queen of Wands, Two of Cups, and the Ten of Cups. Yeah. Let's see. I'm also hearing, by the way, be mindful about like self-sabotaging. Like that's like something I also feel like I need to say for both y'all. Again, don't let your past like keep you thinking like, oh, like it's gonna happen again with this next person or in this certain situation. Like, oh, like it'll be like my last job, but they did this, or oh, this, it reminds me of so and so. It's like, don't think like all people are gonna be like that. Yeah, Queen of Cups here also. It's talking about both of you need, I feel like, have a nice balance between like the head and the heart. Like again, Queen of Swords is like someone who like knows what they know, intellectual speaking. Like there's someone who's very sharp, but the Queen of Cups is also like someone who maybe just needs to, I feel like, listen to their heart a bit more. Mm-hmm. So that was the advice. Let's see. That's mutual energy. Two more cards for a Taurus and the person. What's the mutual energy? Yeah, you both be very logical people, but it's like again, y'all need to I feel like just go after with Queen of Cups and then the Ten of Cups. Don't be afraid to go after your dreams. Like again, don't be like feeling like it's impossible or the past is gonna repeat itself or I can't trust anyone. It's like again, maybe again that's something you just need to heal from your past so you can really get towards the Ten of Cups because it's pretty much like it's acting as a bit of a blockage because it's like it's not normal for people to kind of just be like a lot automatically assume that people are going to hurt you or like people don't naturally like plan for the worst. Let's see what else we got for Taurus and their person. One more card. I said one, but I'll take this. Will I? Three of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, Two of Swords. Yeah, like I said, whatever this heartbreak is, I said this is a time for healing. Because like again, if you're being triggered or you're feeling like you're having a lot of strong feelings during this time, it's like it's showing like it's almost like it's shining a light on what you need to like heal from still. So there's like past heartbreak or whatever. This is a perfect time to really get past that. And like once you guys do, I see the Wheel of Fortune again. Things start to change for you. A lot of positive things are happening in divine timing. And with it, it's like maybe you guys with Two of Swords, again, it's like it leads you to this time where maybe you're uncertain about what to do with all these options or possibilities. But again, it's like, one lesson that you take away from whatever you guys have been through recently is just, again, if your heart's telling you to do something, like, please don't overthink it. Like, just go ahead and just start doing it. It really is that simple. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles to Eight of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah, for you and your person, that's kind of what y'all got going on. Y'all both have some stuff you had to work on or leave behind before y'all come together. I don't feel like y'all are going to do that yet, but just that's kind of what's going on. A lot of you are going through changes. And it's like y'all getting to a place where you're possibly about to come together here. But I just see like, first y'all had to get yourselves together. You had to get yourselves in alignment before y'all could come into, reconciliation. All right, but what's the advice for Taurus? Let's do some advice cards. What about Taurus during this time? What about Taurus? We love our Taurus. Too many cards. I need some advice for Taurus. Some advice. Okay. You have the turtle and the phoenix. Yeah. Okay, and this is for Taurus's person. The beaver. All right, what else for Taurus's person? One more card. The lizard. Bottom of the deck, starfish and camel. Yeah, so again, just be wary with the starfish card being here. I saw it poking through. It's telling you guys that, like, go beyond the surface. Like, don't be like, I feel like so focused on like surface level connections or, just about like your looks. I feel like again, when you do get into that energy where you're so focused on looks or how like you're perceived by others, something like that, it almost like hinders you in a sense where it makes it harder for you to feel like really fully realize what your goals are. So that's why things feel muddied. It's like maybe calling for you to really, I feel like, just kind of like find like-minded individuals, find friends, people who are really on your level, who like you for you. That's going to be a major thing here. It's possibly surrounding yourself with like, people who just genuinely like being around you. Yeah, also with camel here, both of you guys will be going through a lot of craziness, you and your person. But the camel card specifically talks about how like you guys during this time are like you are very good at like controlling how you react to certain situations. So even like you may be in like the most stressful of like problems right now, it's like you always have like the right words to really like cool down the situation. So kind of just be mindful of that during this time. Like you might be going through a lot of stuff right now, but it's like on the outside, you appear to others as this cool, calm, collected person who somehow always has the right words to kind of like keep everything chill. Okay. Now for you here, Taurus, your advice is the turtle. The turtle card speaks about how during this time, like you guys have went through a lot, I'm sure. And the turtle card talks about like, when you are going through like these adventures and having all these stories and stuff like that that you can't believe you went through, it's telling you to pretty much like take those experiences, take what you've been through, and really start writing. Like write down your experiences. I feel like that's going to make a world of difference because with the Phoenix card being here, it also talks about you guys needing to work on your root chakra. The Phoenix card talks about working through past karma, which is again what I was telling you, like is the kind of the overall theme for this energy for this reading here, where you and your person are both working through a lot of past karma, trauma, issues, triggers, and even though it's not your fault for half of them, it's like it's still your responsibility. And I feel like you're owning up to that. Like you are someone who is like being brave enough to face it, like whatever the issues were. You're brave enough to like go through like your triggers or your traumas, or to feel, to really feel whatever those uncomfortable emotions are. It's like as you're doing this, it pretty much saying like you start to like ascend, you start to feel yourself becoming lighter or freer, like that burdens that used to like really like get you down, it doesn't feel like it's that important anymore. It's like it's almost like a sense of relief, and you like start to get back that spark, that joy that maybe you lost in the past. It's like now you're starting to like get that your shine, get back your shine. You're starting to become like that girl or that guy again. So just be mindful about that. It's a time where again you're going to be like letting go of a lot. That's why I keep saying like if there is a lot of pain that from the past, this is the perfect time to really get rid of it, because until you do, it's like you can't really get like the love that you're wanting. But a lot of you guys are literally doing that, so good job, Taurus. As for your person, we have the Beaver card. The Beaver card is someone who's very hardworking, like someone who likes like not likes, it's just I feel like just being called for them to give a lot, because like Beaver card is like someone who's very like not self-serving, but like what's the exact word I'm looking for? I can't think of it right now. Pretty much, they like to be of service to other people, or this might be someone who may be called to maybe possibly do yoga if that's a thing for them. Maybe that might be one of their hobbies. But yeah, someone's like a sight for sore eyes. It's like someone who's like super reliable. You can always count on them whenever like you're in a sticky situation. So that's what this person's energy is. They're reliable, they're friendly, they're always like possibly someone that you want on your team, whoever this person is. But yeah, there's someone who's very giving. We also have the lizard here though. So the lizard card for your person speaks about like, this is like someone who needs to like really attend to that inner artist that's been calling their name. So right now they may be feeling like they might want to pull back from like the bright lights of the big city. And again, just kind of like, like I said earlier, dive into your passions, like, whatever that is for, each one of you. Because like I said, like, don't get me wrong, love is great. It's amazing. I hope everyone like, finds like romantic love if that's what you want. But it's like before you do that, it's like you have to kind of find that love for yourself first. And this person is kind of doing that, trying to figure out like, what was it that brought them so much joy? Like, what is it that they love to do before, like, they did fall in and out of love or got hurt or whatever? Like, they're focused on doing that right now. So again, they can come to you as the best version of themselves. So they won't be like codependent or keep clingy or, second guessing or overthinking. Yeah, that's someone who's getting themselves together before they come towards you, because they don't want to like like they've been through a lot, they don't want to like put you through that, if that makes sense. Okay, so then that's like y'all's energy. What's the advice? Okay, let me get this deck. Yeah, you're both healing right now. I don't feel like you guys are coming together yet, but it is coming together like later. Right now y'all are getting yourselves together, so then what's the advice? Okay, great time for we have the sirens. Yeah, use your voice, expansion, and freedom. Yeah, again, for you, Taurus, I feel like this ties back to that turtle. Some of you guys are meant to, like, again, tell your story. Like, let everyone know what you've been going through here. Or, maybe that might be the way to, like, I don't know, make money. Like, people, like, create, like, a lot of money or off of, like, telling stories, like, off podcasts or YouTube or stuff like that. So maybe that's what you guys are going to do. Or just being called here to do, or write a book or something. I don't know. We have the pearl card. It says alchemy, the reward at the end from grit and grace. So yeah, a lot of you guys, again, there will be a reward from like at the very end of all of this. Like, if you're like wondering like, oh my God, I've been through so much, like, when's like, things gonna finally turn around, just know that it's gonna be coming. And when it does, I feel like you're gonna be so happy you went through it. But just right now, it's kind of like telling you that you're alchemizing the pain. You're taking all that craziness you've been through, and it's like you're kind of like, taking those sticks and stones that was thrown at you, and you really are building a bridge to success. Like, that's the energy for you and your person. Yeah. Lady of the Lake, new beginnings, and something is about to happen. Yeah, again, there is a lot of changes going on for you and your person. It just may not be like, romantically, but there's like maybe, like I said, someone might be like starting a new job or get into a new hobby, or, oh, maybe they're, I don't know, maybe doing something with their family or their friends. So it's like there is a lot of new things happening here for you guys. So kind of just like, again, if you are having a lot of changes, like really, I feel like just enjoy it during this time, really try your best to, I feel like, just enjoy yourself. That's like the main thing to help you heal. If you start having more fun, that's going to be the thing that really, I feel like, gets you closer and closer to the outcome you're desiring. We have planetary wave, soul mission, trust the inner call, and soul team. Yeah. So like I said earlier, for a lot of you guys, it's just like it's getting to the point where like we're in the middle of the year, so it's like we've all been like getting signs and synchronicities and stuff about what we need to do or who we need to leave behind or maybe what we need to be going after. So it's like again, it's becoming more and more clear at this point. Like either you're gonna do it or you're not gonna do it. So a lot of you guys, you do have something you're meant here to do or start to go after. Start doing that. And if you do need help, like I feel like it's a time where also again you're gonna be finding a lot of people who's like I see soul teams that strikes out to me from this card. I guess maybe starting to find like your soul tribe, your soul family, or like friends who you really like click with you or just get you on a different level. So if that's the case, maybe that may be something you're also like finding too is new friends. If that's what you're wanting. We have the wellspring. What are you thirsty for? Body care and take a breath. Yeah. Again, if you guys have been going through a lot or just need a minute to really like make up your mind, there's nothing wrong with like resting and relaxing so you can I feel like make a decision from a very sound place. Like yeah, water codes, ancient wisdom, and the intelligence is within you. Yeah, you guys know what you know, so don't second guess yourself. Maybe some of you guys may do that a lot. Like y'all may second guess what you're feeling or second guess the situation because it's like, oh, it hasn't happened yet, or oh, I haven't got the outcome that I wanted yet. It's like it will happen. Just again, just kind of like stop. I feel like overthinking or worrying about that end, and again, be in the present moment. Don't be in the past, and don't be in the future. Be in the now. You know, focus on the amazing things that's happening in your life right now. That's gonna be amazing for you guys. And then just don't overthink it. Your outcome will happen when it's supposed to happen. And just enjoy yourself until then. Any other cards for Taurus and their person? I won't pull out love cards. I don't feel like you guys are coming together yet. Who could this person be though? Who could this person be? Yeah, void of course moon. It says missing. Yeah, again, there is a call for action. Like I said, a lot of you guys, that call is, again, if you've been dreaming or really wanting something, it's like again, that's like the motivation. What do you miss having in your life? It doesn't have to be literally a person. It could be like a certain feeling, or maybe just you miss like that time where you like just felt a lot happier. Like so, it's like how do you get back? Like it could be something as simple as that. But that's like the motivation. Yeah, it's a Scorpio. I transform. Some of you guys could be dealing with a Scorpio. Okay, so your yin yang sign here. Let's see. What else for a Taurus? Any other signs or messages? Before I close out with positive affirmations. Sure, we'll take it. Second house owning. Yeah, again, if someone has like having money issues, again, I'm definitely seeing that things are going to be working out. I've seen that, like I think more on your person's side, where maybe they had to get their money or finances in order, something like that. Yeah, they are working on it. Yeah, because we have Jupiter returns with benefits. Yeah, and then the Earth elements here, so it could be you be dealing with an Earth sign, a Taurus, Virgo, or a Capricorn. But either way, I'm saying like there's a lot of like good things happening for you and your person. Depending on what your Jupiter is, and I feel like Jupiter. I feel like I think it might be maybe it's Gemini. I think, don't quote me, it might be in Gemini. I could be wrong. But either way, I was like, whatever your Jupiter is, I feel like right now it's just a very prosperous time for you to once again expand, which is, what Jupiter's about. Expansion, luck, growth, change, that sort of thing. So this would be a great time for you guys to kind of be going through that. Yeah, again, lunar eclipse is here. Speaks about you guys going through a change. And like one thing that like I want to like make very clear is change takes time. So like again, like if you're wondering like oh well when's it gonna happen or when am I finally gonna it'll take quite a while before you get to that. So just be mindful, like be patient with yourself. Like what's the rush sort of thing. And Mercury is here. It's planet of communication. It also talks about the mind. Yeah, a lot of you guys may be mindful about what you tell yourself during this time. We have Aries. Y'all could be dealing with an Aries. We have Venus, again, about love. South Node with life debts. And then Sun with spirit. Spirit, Sun card is about, your identity. Who are you? That may be something you're focusing on is, again, on yourself. Maybe not being, I feel like, focusing on other people so much, but really, what do you want to do with your life? And then again, it's like love is here with Venus. Again, love comes in many different forms. So don't just think like, only romantic way. It could be like platonically. It could be like, self-love sort of thing. because I feel like a lot of you guys are working off like your debts, whatever you guys have been like I feel like going through. A lot of you guys are wanting to work through whatever this baggage is, whatever your debts are. A lot of you guys are working past all this. Yeah, I see an increase for you guys though. All right, let's close out positive affirmations. Where's that? Positive affirmations for Taurus. So the key to prayer is to forget what I think I need. Yeah, again, stop like focusing on like, oh, I need this, I need that, I need. It's just release the outcome. Send out your prayer and kind of like forget how you think it should come, or when it should come, or what it should look like. Like just be open to it just coming to you. It may not even come the way you're thinking. It may come even better than you're thinking. That's why I say, like, kind of just release it. Hold on, a bunch of cards just fell. 1 second, Taurus. Oh, hold on a second. Okay. Sorry about that. Now we have the joy is the ultimate creator. Yeah, that's why I keep saying, like, if you really like want like this person to come in quicker or something like that, what you need to do is like again stop like the analogy I always use is like quit checking on like the cake if it's in the oven. Like stop checking on it. Like you checking on it won't make it cook any quicker. So during this time, if you do want your manifestations to come in, what's going to be the best way to make it speed up is if you stop looking and just start having fun. That's why, again, a lot of you guys have been called to, like, starting doing things that you've been wanting to do. Whatever that is for each one of you Tauruses, because each one of y'all is different. There's a stream of love supporting my dreams. Yeah, there really is during this time where I'm not sure if you guys have been worried about that before, or like possibly concerned about like going after your goals or what people may think, or maybe you had a fear of failure or something like that. But there's actually a lot of supportive energy during this time for you guys to really just go after it. Yeah. So this is a really good time for if you want to manifest a certain person or a certain thing. This is a really good time to really start going after it. Yeah, it says, I find a deeper meaning and personal growth amid the discomfort. Yeah, you cannot grow or get the things you want in your comfortability. So it actually requires you to go and try new things, which is a little uncomfortable. It's a little scary and there is a little bit of fear to it, but that's where like all the blessings it's at. So, if you want again what you want, you have to like, kind of go through the fire, which is like the fear in that case. It says the universe has my back. Yeah, extra confirmation that everything's gonna work out in the end. Just quit like wondering about the stuff you can't control, like how's it gonna happen, how people perceive you, stuff like that, because it won't change anything. Stressing about this is something you can't control makes nothing better at all. It actually makes the situation worse. So just learn to chill, lay back, be cool, have fun. Yeah, I think that's the end of your reading, your you versus them, Taurus. So go ahead and enjoy. Please make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe because it helps push it out to a bigger audience. You guys know I love all of that amazing jazz. Yes, I do, Taurus. Okay, you guys are working through a lot of stuff in your life, whether it be internally or externally. But I see like a lot of you guys are getting into alignment. A lot of you guys get into a place where you will start like seeing a lot of things happen for you. A lot of blessings come into your life, whether it be romantically, platonically, maybe financially or emotionally. There's going to be a lot of good things that are also new coming to you guys. So really, I feel like be open to it. That's like the best thing I could say. But yeah, this is a new reading, and I love you so much, Taurus. But with this being said, goodbye, my superstars.